Joined now by Robert Rand, an investigative journalist who brought some of the new Menendez case evidence to light in a Peacock series called Menendez and Menudo Boys Betrayed. He is also the author of the 2018 book, The Menendez Murders, the shocking untold story of the Menendez family and the killings that stunned the nation. Robert, thank you for being with us tonight. I'm assuming you've seen the show Monsters. What did you make of it? I mean, percentage-wise, like how much do you think, would you say is true versus how much is untrue?
Well, I actually binged all 9 hours of Monsters when it became available at midnight on September 19th here in LA. And I'm not sure what the percentage might be, but there are many fictionalized scenes. There is no relation between, I met Erik Lyle Menendez in October 1989, 2 months after the killing of Jose and Kitty Menendez, and 5 months before they were arrested. And I also interviewed many of their school friends, and they told me that after they were arrested, and they told me that the brothers were straight arrow jocks, that they didn't drink very much, they didn't do drugs at all. And remember, they were nationally ranked tennis players. So the problem I have with Monsters is that there are so many fictionalized scenes, and I don't think that the average viewer really can tell the difference between, oh, I'm watching a scripted TV series or I'm watching a documentary. And if people really want to learn the facts of the case, they should watch the documentary that I was co-creator of and co-EP of, Menendez plus Menudo, Boys Betrayed, which came out last year on Peacock. Or they should read my book, which was just re-released and has a new red cover that's different than the cover you just showed. So
okay, so we'll look out for the red cover, and I would love to read it now. I mean, there's so much interest now in what's actually true, so hopefully you get a good spike in book sales. You say the depiction that the brothers were influenced by the movie The Billionaire Boys Club is not true, which was kind of the theme throughout the whole beginning of Monsters, that they're just like these crazy, partiers, so selfish and just, spoiled. You say, is none of that true?
I don't believe any of that's true. The two guys that I met in October of '89 were conservative, soft-spoken, somewhat shy. Erik Menendez had been staying with a cousin, and he was really a mess. He really, was weeping all day long. He wasn't out partying. He just really lost control of himself. And the characters that the actors portray in Monsters are just, they have no relation to the real life people that I met.
What about, I think I still have one more episode to go, Robert, but the one I just watched this weekend, they portray them as having an incestuous relationship, which I didn't necessarily see coming. There's like this scene where they're in the shower together, the brothers, when they're older. Is there any truth to that?
I believe that is totally false. I never heard that before. And I was on TMZ Live with Harvey Levin a few weeks ago, and Harvey was a very close friend of Dominic Dunn. And if Nick Dunn was spreading rumors, Harvey would have known it. And Harvey said to me, I've never heard this before. And if somebody's floating that theory, it's pretty rough. And so I don't believe it's true. And we were talking briefly about Billionaire Boys Club. On the night that movie ran on NBC nationally at the end of July of 1989, Erik and Lyle Menendez were at a tennis camp in Tampa, Florida. And I spoke to the director of the tennis camp, and he told me they had to be in the rooms with their lights out at 9 p.m. And there was no TV, no lights on after that. And so the movie, the Billionaire Boys Club miniseries, ran from 9 to 11 p.m. on NBC nationally. So basically, there's no way that they saw that movie. So that scene is completely false.
Do we know, Robert, if Erik and Lyle have seen, I don't know if they can even in prison, but have they seen the show Monsters? Or have they heard a ton about it?
No. No, they have not seen the show. they do not have the internet in state prison in California. They certainly have heard about it from their wives and other family members and friends. And
Yeah.
so they're aware of how they're portrayed. And obviously,
Right. Yeah,
they certainly
it's interesting you said wives,
outraged,
though. Sorry to interrupt. It's interesting you said wives, though. I don't think people realize that that they do have wives in prison, which is interesting. Robert Rand, we appreciate you helping to clear up some of the things that weren't true in the show.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.